What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you don't know me, my name's Corey, aka Mr. Manage. If it's your first time here, please do me a solid and hit the subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. And you see the thumbnail, it's gonna be a pretty straightforward video. You saw me already install like my seat brackets and spacers and stuff like that. This is gonna be how I install the seats into the car. Very simple, very straightforward. The only hard part is getting the bolts out. It'd take a little bit of arm work, but you should be able to get it just fine. I'm gonna show you how to do that again, as I just repeated myself again. And the harness bar is already in. That will be a different video, so don't ask me in this video how to do it. I'm filming all these videos at once, but I'm releasing them separately. I will explain how to do that. You will also see little pieces at the end of my harness bar maybe, and at the end of the bracket where my harness is gonna be mounted. You can ask me about that here, but again, don't try not to, because there's gonna be another video explaining that, so don't let that trip you up. Simply, I'm showing you if you just wanted to replace your seats, you know, with a different color seat that's stock, or with a aftermarket seat and you still wanna use your regular seat belts, that's pretty much what this video is gonna be good for. So without delaying anymore, let's get started. Okay guys, so we're in the car, and as you can see, I already got the driver one out. So before I go any further here, you see that's the harness. So when you take off your seat, remember that you have to disconnect that harness, and there's gonna be a tab, like a little flat tab in here that you're gonna pull out, which I'll try my best to show you. And then that will release the harness, the actual like clip from there, the harness from there, and then you can remove your seat. When you remove your seat, couple quick tips is make sure it's forward. I decided to actually like incline mine forward, which I regret doing, because now it's stuck that way. It's over there, and when I go to like sell them or like post them, it's gonna be stuck that way. What I would recommend is to get them out, you just wanna have this clip and then push forward, because you're gonna want that forward. Because when you take out these two bolts, which are T50s, that's the only thing really holding you in. The two fronts are hooks, so like this needs to lift up and then out. Oh, I'm sorry, it needs to lift up and then come back. That way it unhooks itself. But if your seat's kind of tall and it's already back, you can get stuck up here. That's what I ended up doing. So I just put that forward, so it gives me a little bit more space in the head area. So keep in mind, when you do remove them, you're gonna want this forward. If you are gonna install a harness bar, I recommend doing it when your seats are out, and doing everything at once is just a lot simpler. So again, two T50 screws right there is one, that's the other one. We're gonna take those out, and then we're gonna shift the seat up and pull it out. And that's pretty much all she wrote. I'm gonna see if I can show you this harness while I'm here. Also, I'm not taking off my seat belt. I already tried it. I took it off, but like the washer stuck on there. And well, I don't know if it's stuck or it came that way on purpose, so you can't, I don't think you can really reuse it. Plus, if I sell these, you're gonna want that seat belt clipped in there like it is with the whole seat assembly. So this is the harness. Sorry, I gotta balance this. And this is the piece I was talking about. So you essentially, it's gonna look like this when it's clipped in. You're gonna come in here, you're gonna grab this piece, put a flat head in that little groove and move it out. And then once you move it out like that, this harness won't clip itself. And that's pretty much it. So let's get this seat, these bolts out and get this seat out. So as far as the harness goes, I just kind of tucked it in there so that way it's out of the way. And then I'm just gonna put the new seat, or try to put the new seat in back in reverse order. So right off the bat, I will say that this seat was a heck of a lot lighter getting in. And you can see these bolts line right up. There goes that one, and there goes that one. So you can see how it's gonna look. The hooks are in, and once you tighten these down, the seat's not gonna go anywhere. So let's get these tightened down. All right, guys, it is the next day, and I'll owe you an apology because I was wrong. You have the planted brackets. At least all I can say is for the planted brackets, you cannot reuse your stock seatbelt bolts, at least all of them. And here's why. If you watched my first video, when I first assembled the brackets of seats, remember I told you they had this odd design that had the metal. You see how the metal is covering that bolt? And if I come over here, you can see the bolt. And I said one side covers the bolt, and I said on that side it was open. That far, and this is the passenger side. On that side, you can put in the bolt, the other side's bolt, and torque it down to 50, but you couldn't here. So what I did is I went and I bought bolts from Ace Hardware, and I will tell you the size of the bolt. Sorry. Just come over here, just so I can show you guys this too. So you see how that one's underneath? You can't thread the other bolt, the long bolt, through because it doesn't fit. So let's see if I can prop this up. So if I was gonna try and take the factory bolt and put it in, there's nowhere to put it in, and it's too long that if I slide it into here, I can't get it to fit underneath. So I had to get shorter bolts. So I did that with washers on each of them, so you could see. And I'm really bad also at taking before and after photos or like shots, and I wish I would have, but I didn't. This looks sick, these seats. And I also didn't do the shake test on camera, but I did the shake test before. So if I shake the bottom of this, like I'm really putting force into it, guys, and the seat's not freaking going anywhere. Like other seats, you move them and they play in the brackets and stuff. This, if you push that, I don't know if you see that, it moves a little bit like any seat would. That did the same exact seat, the same exact thing with my stock seat. So I just wanted to show you guys that I use different bolts and what the end product looks like here. These look sick. I mean, it's insane. See if I go on the other side. If you look at this, hold on, let me slide this back too. So I will be coming to you guys later on with a review video on, or update video on my thoughts about the seats. You know, how the clearance of them and stuff like that, but these guys aren't going anywhere, and that is what I did. So the bolt sizes are as follows. Sorry, technical difficulty. As I was saying before, the bolt size is M10 by 25. That's how long it is, 25, with a 1.5 pitch. That's the exact bolt I got. I got it from Ace Hardware. I think they were like $1.39 a piece, with some washers that'll fit. If you want, you can do locking washers, that's on you. If you want to put Loctite on these, you can. It's hard to torque these down because you need like an open-ended torque wrench if they have those. I'm sure they do. I don't have one, so I just did it as tight as I could. But if you were going to torque them down, I would torque it down to the 50 pounds that it's asking for. And again, you could add Loctite if you want. That's the size of the bolt. And for me, when I got them from Ace Hardware, it was a 17 millimeter was the top. So I used the closed-end ratchet style wrench. So once I got it threaded in enough, I just used it and was able to ratchet it down. It was a 17 millimeter on top. So that's gonna be the end of this video. I hope it was short and sweet. Answer the questions that you guys had about installing and uninstalling your seats. I did the best I could. Note a difference that these seats are much lighter than the other ones. No, I did not do the weight difference. I could not tell you that. And again, I will come with later on out with a review video. So thank you very much for watching. If you guys liked the video, give me a thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe, share. We are growing, and I really appreciate all of the support out there. And stay tuned because I'm not done yet. Next is going to be harnesses, and we'll see what I have for you guys after that. Stay tuned. As usual, just gotta live in life. I'll see you for the next video. Bye. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.